YouTuber Calobi Productions is a creator with over 333,000 subscribers who creates videos based on cartoons both new and old. He makes videos spotlighting news, information that happened in cartoons. He would also make videos on animation rap battles with different cartoon characters from different production studios. His content also works towards showing animation errors. Now for the $1 question, why is he so hated? The answer is because his videos are lambasted on. There are way too many videos reviewing and critiquing his content. Just look at comments and like to dislike ratio. Here we're gonna go over why his videos are just bad at worst and painfully mediocre at best. These three categories I'll be focusing on: the general videos, his animation videos, then his animation errors videos. In this order I'll be explaining the monumental flaws in all these three types of content and the overall conclusion of his channel. So with that said, let's go over the first point of his general videos. His videos are not very insightful.
Guys, we're gonna be looking at 10 kid cartoon shows who suck.
Starting to the first glaring problem, his videos are not very insightful. First, his videos that spotlight things that happen in cartoons, well, they're very dated. Dated as in 2 years dated. You can say this for his video, Did This Cartoon Rip Off Gravity Falls? This video is comparing the acclaimed TV show Gravity Falls to the Nickelodeon show Tech Oddity. The last part says copy because it was already made years ago. The problem is that if you watch the original video and watch this one, it's the same exact overall opinions. 1. The background looks like Gravity Falls. 2. The character looks like Dipper Pines. And 3. The journal held by one of the characters is similar to Journal 3, a prop in Gravity Falls. But the only difference is the editing value in him going off on another tangent, which I'll go over that later. But that's not the only example. In the video, Lincoln Loud is not adopted. It is about the Loud House episode Not Allowed, where Lincoln Loud, the protagonist, is trying to figure out if he's born to his parents or not. The idea of making a video of this episode isn't the problem. It was when he made it. He made this video 2 years after the original video came out, making any theory about Lincoln being adopted busted, and any video on this topic after the fact very obsolete, just like his video. His video never even goes over anyone making said theory in 2020, or any evidence to prove. He even goes over the episode synopsis, which anyone can get from the fandom page, making the video extremely redundant. The last video, cartoon characters flirting with each other, the Loud House, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, you get it. Fans of these shows already know these crushes, which are painfully obvious in the corresponding shows, and due to this, I don't really need to go over it, just because of the subjectivity. The videos that has clips that prove him wrong, like number 5 and number 2, which I'll go over in my Contradictions video. And also, he hypes the Loud House in his title and thumbnails, but only includes it in a very small portion as a bonus. Now to his contradiction. There are 2 parts to the subpoint.
Editor's note, that was supposed to be the contradictions about his It's a Possibility contradiction and his general contradictions.
On this first part, this pertains to how he backpedals to the end of the video. In the aforementioned Did This Cartoon Rip Off Gravity Falls, he says that not every cartoon is a copy of each other. Which is true, but contradicts anything he says when he comments on the amount of evidence he has, with the fact that he realizes that the show isn't a copy of Gravity Falls in the middle of the video, with no qualms to whatever he says whatsoever.
But there is some strong evidence. So it's not like, oh, every show that has this is a copy. Every show that, no guys, that's not how things work.
On another video, Lincoln is not adopted, where he goes over the episode which doesn't make an adopted. However, he says that the writers should work on an upcoming movie that refers to how he's not adopted. However, that will also make the episode pointless, as they spend an entire 10-minute segment trying to disprove the theory of him being adopted. And that's not his only contradiction.
Yeah, there is a possibility that in the movie, now that I think about it, this actually makes a lot of sense. I think in the upcoming Loud House movie, they are gonna reveal whether Lincoln Loud is adopted or not. Maybe as a joke, maybe as a scene, maybe as something just to show us, just to ease us, to let us know, hey, this is confirmed.
In his video, cartoon characters are flirting with each other. Remember when I said that he contradicted at 5 and 2? Well, there are clips of him that doesn't show Finn and Marceline flirting with each other on number 5, and not even number 2, where Ed and Eddie and the Cranker sisters were in the bathroom together. In fact, he even says it himself, that the Cranker sisters were here to trick the boys into the back. So these examples certainly hell should have tainted his credibility that was already tainting the community. But there's more. He doesn't even know how to script. This subpoint goes into 4 parts. His tangents, him repeating himself, lack of explanation, and shoddy attempts at scripting. The first part is a small percentage of his videos, and it only really happened in Did This Cartoon Rip Off Gravity Falls, where he talks about how he likes Johnny Test, how Gravity Falls is hard to animate, and why the Gravity Falls pilot looks different from the actual show. Then these tangents have no link, or the link is so vague that someone will reply to your tweet with an Rouge GIF in 2020. Then the second part of his unscripted videos range from an array of points that are repeated over and over and over again. Instead of explaining how he repeats the video, I will just compilate it in a montage.
Take a look at the character's blue hat. He has the same color as Dipper Pines. What the? Why is this happening? Why does this character also have the same color, hat as a character that we know, Dipper Pines? Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying, well, what does that mean? That's just a coincidence. That's not enough evidence to go off of.
The third part of his unscripted videos is his lack of explanation in his videos. This will be short and a brief explanation, so I'm just going to show you an example.
I literally just does not care at first, but guys, I'm going to show you in a second. Mordecai comes around. Take a look at this.
Alright, what's the deal? I can tell you're not into this.
So Cloudy J is clearly saying, hey, I can tell you're not into this. You're not responding to my flirting. Mordecai's not into it. And if guys, take a look at this other clip. It's pretty crazy.
Are you kidding? Hold me so I can learn to love. Hold me.
So now not only was she, touching him on the shoulder, but now she goes in for a hug and all this stuff.
The last part of the subpoint is his lack of organization. And ironically, he paused in the middle of one of his videos to say that he has a cough.
Guys, give me 1 second to clear my throat. I've been having this cough. Alright guys, I am back. Kind of clear my throat there.
His general videos for the past few months have been nothing more than lazy, shoddy, and absolutely vapid. There's no reason to watching these videos other than to point out the obvious flaws in his videos and to look at the comments. Now, from going on to his general videos to his story animations, apparently Daft Peanut won't make one on him yet.
No! I went to go see the Sonic movie. Fell asleep cause it didn't move me.
If you look at the video, this cartoon video shouldn't exist, SpongeBob edition. Mr. Vilescabum, yes, we talked about him before, refers to one of Calobi's videos or his animations as bad.
Okay, to end off this video, I want to talk about the Loud House Characters meets SpongeBob crossover parody by Calobi Productions. Most of this is just one picture with a few frames animated in, and if you want to see some unfunny jokes and some really lazy editing, then check this video out.
After that propelled many channels to make videos putting their own input in the video. However,
this is what the Loud House would look like if it crossed.
After many accused Calobi of tracing his art, mostly from Gumball, he showed to not use a very shoddy attempt into the animations themselves. This content also propelled his content into the algorithm, getting him hundreds of thousands to millions of views. However, this will also send him to infamy of the type of content he made, reflected by his like to dislike ratio and the videos that are made about him every single day. Look, I'm not an animator, I don't know much of the idea of animation or the amount of color artists in mainstream TV, but in his older videos he heavily used the source material without really changing it, where you can tell the frames of his animation being traced. However, this is refuted in his newer videos where it's less occurred, but that doesn't make his videos very perfect. In every scene of Patrick vs. Gumball cartoon beatbox rap battles, every frame is repeated to the extent and the lip syncing is atrocious.
I'm back and it's not from the dead. You're so pink.
The lyrics are corny depending on who you are, but you have to admit the assaults are relevant to the characters. But there's a part in the video where he beatboxes and it overlays it where it's to the point where it's loud and it takes away from the lyrics.
Starfish, brown rock, underwater rock, and green swim trunk. SpongeBob is my spotter. The amazing world of Gumball's not the best. I compare it to a show.
Before making this video, I didn't know who Verbalace was. From the videos and what I've seen from the guy, he seems to have talent as a DJ and as a musical artist. But from what other people are claiming, which you can sue them and not me, allegedly, there are similarities to his videos, like the host, the concept, sometimes even the intermission. In fact, these similarities are more apparent by the viewers, especially in his recent video, and Calobi himself. In the video, Did This Cartoon Rip Off Gravity Falls? At the end of the video, he talks about why he's quitting animation. One, that is very expensive because he has to pay the people who make the videos. 2, his videos are getting controversy because he plays it off as his underperforming, his low like to dislike ratio, and the comments ridiculing him, but that's only third true as it's still the highest performing series on his channel. Lastly, he says that people are slandering him by calling him a tracer, verbalized copy, but if you watch the videos, you can quite tell. But that's only allegedly, so he doesn't sue me. Out of all his videos, this is the best type of content. But when we're talking about his best, we eventually have to go back down. Like, finding animation errors isn't an inherently bad thing, as you can find things that a casual viewer won't catch. This can help animators figure out the problems and not repeat the same mistake again. But it's the content part that matters, and Calobi manages to fail that.
For this list, we're looking at the worst differences between the certifiably fresh Avatar: The Last Airbender series and its certifiably rotten live-action movie. Since we will be talking about plot points,
in the beginning of his videos, he doesn't show the errors in the thumbnail. Quite underwhelming. His mistakes are quite small, and I mean very small. Or he doesn't know what the definition of a mistake is. And when he has a mistake, it's only like 1 out of 5 of them, which means that you can get a better explanation from the comment than his actual videos. In the video, Steven Universe series finale animation errors, he explains how WatchMojo copied one of his animation errors video.
Anyway, guys, WatchMojo actually made a video called, animation errors on Steven Universe, and it was really funny. I did not think that WatchMojo, a channel with 22 million subscribers, would copy, what I do here and my...
Now, him saying that WatchMojo copying isn't the worst thing, but it's the fact that since they watched his video, or likely watched his video, he gains his ego thinking that WatchMojo is his fans, regardless of the fact that nobody really takes WatchMojo very seriously. The same comments come back to his general videos. He repeats himself, he gives no explanation, and he goes off on random tangents. His animation errors are just like his general videos, but even more vapid, and now I want to go over the stuff that I didn't get to go over.
But guys, drop a like in the next 10 seconds or else I'm going to put this puppy up for adoption.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you don't want to see this thing go.
Here are the things that I didn't get to add in my main points. Most of Calobi's videos are mainly his general videos, and his animation errors videos are 10 minutes long. Could they be shorter? Yes. He can remove a lot of the parts that I touched on, and the video will be 2 to 3 minutes long. But he can't get his mid-roll ads, and I can see why. In a comment by his moderator, he says that he only does it to get money, which is an okay justification, but I don't care. Yes, he does sound like all those trend channels.
Get ready for a juicy video, because you're not gonna believe the cursing,
leave a like on the video if you like Minecraft. Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome to Best Trends. Today we are going to be going...
We are not resorting to that.
His editing consists of him repeating GIFs, zooming into photos, and using videos to convey his points, but very rarely. I did watch some parts of the newest video, and this was my first impression.
In a second, but before we go on, guys, I just want to ask you guys, what do you think about this new 3D style that SpongeBob, is gonna be? I mean, it is so different, and when we look at the color of Patrick's eyes here, it's green and not, his original color. That is very strange. In the old cartoon, he has black,
It's a spin-off, not the actual show. Moron.
What the...
That's it for Calobi Productions. He's a bad creator who still makes the same type of content regardless of whether people like him or not. I respect him for consistency, but not really, because he still makes garbage. This video was like 2 years in the making, but now only got to like 3 and 4 months worth of content. But you know what? I'm done with this topic. I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.